new age. Here comes a ray of sun. Welcome to a new age. Fullness of time has come. Look at the stars, look at the signs. This is the start of something new, the age of Aquarius. Here comes the sun, a glorious one. This is the start of new life, floating has begun. Stay close to the river and cry, and the river's gonna feel you're the god of rain. It's gonna worship you like God and creator for ages. And all the fairies of the forest will come. They wanna show you to the dance of night. This is the age of Aquarius. Stay close to the river and cry, and the river's gonna feel you're the god of rain. It's gonna
All right, here we go. Low, hello. This is an old, well, not old band, but it's a band that I should listen to more. Kind of very like mysticky, woo-woo kind of vibes to it, but still pretty fun if you're into that like sort of stuff. Villagers of Ionia City. Yeah, never say that shit. I'll post it in the chat. But I enjoy myself this sort of stuff on occasion. Treat myself. Hold on, what is going on with this? There we go. Here, I posted in the chat. Yeah. I'm a boomer. Hold on. Good. Should be it. Yeah, it's good stuff. If you want something like to, I don't know, it's probably like psychedelics type music. But yeah, it's like one of those bands that tries to like sound like a DMT trip, you know what I mean? Or like an astral projection session or something. Yeah, it's one of those bands. But like technically, they're also like really good. They go pretty ham. Anyways, I feel like it's still. I'm gonna switch over to something like just more, more. What do you call it? Ambient type shit. There we go. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. Wow, there's only 2 of you here. Holy shit. Is the stream going through okay? I'm getting these weird messages from YouTube on occasion. Is it like lagging or being crazy? They're done. Anything like that? Gonna be any reason for that. Let me look. Could it be? What could it be? Please tell me, what could it be? Oh, might be this. That wasn't helping. Seems fine. Thanks, Doug. All right. Okay, so usually I like to wait to. Well, I'll just get started on like the shit that most people aren't here to listen to. That do listen to this. Let me see here. We'll start with updates. Okay, so I got off the Qelbree, not taking that ADHD medication anymore. It was like, yeah, it was doing bad stuff to my brains. That one, it was making me like really irritable, and it was making my anhedonia like way worse. So I was like anhedonic and irritable. So that was a bad mix. I did notice it like helped with some executive function stuff, but it was not worth it. I felt horrible. Like I couldn't enjoy any of my just like regular gaming. And like, you know, just to chill, like it was just like empty. And then I would just like get annoyed by like the smallest shit. It was wild. Yours keeps buffering? Okay. Hey, if anybody else is like having issues, use the stupid little sticker that has like the little shy face, because that won't give you away. Like it won't actually show me who clicked it, I don't think. Let me see. And I wish they had more options on here, because then people can just like click it and like anonymously say something. Yeah, it doesn't, when I do it, it doesn't show that I did it, right? Yeah, if you guys click it, I won't know who's like, what are the options? 100%ing, bashfulness, celebrating, smiling, and heart. What a shit. Is there a way to get more of those? Like, wow. Like, where's the one with like pissed off, or like the negative one? There's no negative one. There's no like, hey. And anyway, so I was just like it was the weirdest. Like I would like, it would be something small, like a small inconvenience, and in my head normally I would have just been like, my attitude would generally be like, okay, it's fine, annoying, but whatever, or something like that, right? That's generally how I feel about like most inconveniences. And then in this case I was like, fuck. Like I was thinking, like my brain was just like, you can't do it yourself, like a dick in my head, right? And then I would catch myself and I'd be like, why am I mad? This is not right. This isn't normal shit. Like, I don't do this. And then like when I had free time, like when I was working, I was able to focus on work when I was on the Calvary. But when I had free time, I didn't know what to do. Like, I just felt like all like fucking hollow, well, more. And then just, I'd like sit in front of my computer. I'd be like, I don't know. Like, it sucked. So, like, I can deal with occasionals of that, because I do get it regardless, but not the irritability. I can't stack that on top of it, because it's like, fuck, dude. That's bad. I like my generally chill demeanor. You know, I'm glad for that. And usually when my anger does boil, it's usually bigger, really big stuff, or like meta shit too. I'll get like pissed off, but about like something happening in the world, more than like, I don't know, my kid spilled a cup of milk or something. You know, that's that kind of stuff. I'm just like, all right. Anyway, so I got off that stuff, and they upped my Wellutron. So now I'm on 300, which is pretty normal, I guess, because the 150 was working okay for me. The 300 seems to be working a lot better. She just, my psychiatrist switched me right over, so it was like, because I was worried, I'm like, do I have to taper down Qelbree, because I'm seeing online, and they're like, don't worry, don't, just get off the Qelbree, and as long as you take the higher dosage of the Wellutron, I guess because it has to do with whatever it's called, and I'm so bad at naming things, because it's a SNRI or what yeah, but yeah, I guess it, like, somebody told me that the Qelbree does the same shit, but like way harder, and so there's a possibility that basically I was just like doing whatever those do, the uptake inhibitor part, neuroepinephrine, whatever, I can't say these words. That one, it was like too much of that going on, maybe. So luckily the half-life on the Qelbree, or like the it only lasts in your system for like 24 hours, so that should have flushed out, unlike something like, you know, Wellutron, which will stick around for a lot longer. Prozac stays in your system for like a good long while. But yeah, so I feel better, and I'm adjusting to the increased dosage of the Wellutron, but it seems to be okay. Still taking the Prozac low dosage to counteract the Wellutron jitters. Yeah, all right, that's my update of that. In good news, as those of you who listen know, I have like issues with agoraphobia. I got my psych gave me that extended release propanolol. So you'd pop it, would last like, I don't know, 10 hours or something. It's supposed to be all day, but not really. The point is, like, I was able to go to the Aquarium of the Pacific, which I hadn't gone with my kids in a very long time because the last time I went, it was really bad. Because of the parking lot area and it's open and how big and open the building is. Some of the sections where you have to be are like outside. Point is, this stuff like worked beautifully. Charm, chef's kiss. Basically lowers your blood pressure, kind of slows your heart rate a little bit. And yeah, basically, like, even if in my head I was a bit nervous, like my body wasn't reacting to it at all. It was just like, I'm good. And then my mind looked at my body and you're like, bro, you're good? And my body's like, yeah, I'm good. My mind's like, fuck it, I guess we're good. And then yeah, I was able to like enjoy it. Like, I actually like literally forgot about the stuff that normally, and I was just, I mean, it does make me feel a little bit like high, because I'm just kind of like, yeah, but it's not like super bad. It just makes me that much more like chill. So but I got to enjoy it. I was having fun looking at the jellyfish and shit. The cool thing about the Aquarium of the Pacific, for those of you that like care about animals and all that kind of stuff, they're from what I understand and what I've seen and looked at, they're pretty chill. Like they don't, it's not like SeaWorld or some shit like that where it's just kind of gross. It's a non-profit and it's all like funded by donations and stuff, and they basically just have a handful of, like, they have a handful like sea life there that they obviously take care of, and they balance out they like recreate their ecosystems, all this stuff. It's actually pretty badass. And but the coolest thing they do at the aquarium is that the Pacific, they'll actually take in animals. They're all like fucked up on the beach and stuff. My throat's all fucked, sorry. They'll get animals off the beach. They're all fucked up, or somebody finds them or whatever, or they find them, and they'll rehabilitate them. And they'll actually do like surgery and stuff. Like, they got like veterinary surgeons there that are just like marine biologist surgeons or whatever, and they'll like they'll be like fixing broken shit. And my wife said that one time when she went, they got there early enough, and usually they don't show this like out in the open, but I guess they were working on it because it's like a glass where the area where they work, and they were taking like a fucking big ass tumor or something out of an eel. So the eel had like a tumor, and they were like gassing it so it'd stay asleep, and then they were like cutting it open, getting the tumor out, stitching it up, and then it swims around like certain areas for rehabilitation, and then like once it's all good, they just toss it back into the ocean to get eaten by something within the next day or two. But still, like, right, it's pretty cool. I like that they do that kind of shit. And it's cool too when you go to the gift shop and shit, because like anything you buy in there just goes to the whole thing. So I don't know why I'm talking about this, sorry. I'm already seeing people leave because of it. Okay, so this is Schizoid Saturday. And on Schizoid Saturday, for those that do not know, I generally get put out a question on the Zoid Void server. That's the Schizoid server. If you haven't found it and you're looking for a place where other schizoids are at, or you've been like, even if you're not diagnosed, but you've been like deeply looking into it, and if you're actually a schizoid, when you deeply look into something, you really, really deeply look into it. Watch piles of videos and read shit. And but if it all like checks, hi there, Laverne 44, then go to the Zoid Void, apply. We have a vetting system that is basically based around not just my understanding of this stuff, the sort of agreed understandings between myself and the mods and stuff like that, and it's based on like the lived experiences of the average schizoid as they describe their own lives and things like that. Yeah, Aquarium's sick. And so yeah, it's been working pretty damn well, the application. It's more meant to keep the place chill for the Zoids, because Zoids are generally pretty chill. We have our moments, obviously. The levee breaks on occasion, but generally speaking, we're pretty just kind of. But anyway, yeah, I answer questions. Well, I answer questions. I ask a question there sometime in the middle of the week, and whatever Zoids get pinged, which it's a good chunk because I ping at Schizoid on there, so that's like a few hundy people, and I'll get like the most, like 12 responses, which makes sense considering the demographic, but it's still funny. It's still funny, and it'll usually be like one or maybe two per people that like. No, it'll usually be like one person that kind of regularly does, or I'll not the same one every week, but you know what I mean. Like, I'll see certain things pop up, but I'll get random lurkers answer stuff on there, which is awesome because that's like the whole point of it. I wanted to get like more lurker input as well, and occasionally it happens, and it's pretty cool because it'll be somebody that I've never seen post anything anywhere. And that's like the vast majority of the people on the goddamn server. They don't leave it. So I guess that's good. I don't know. But anyway, this week I asked, what will motivate you to move forward with your day when nothing does? Be as candid as you like. Very simple. So it's kind of like when you wake up in the morning, and that dread or that just exhaustion or that just feeling of just this lethargic kind of, whether it's because they have some avolition and anhedonia, shit that like you didn't get done, now you have to catch up on because you felt like shit the day before, whatever, like stuff like that. What gets you out of bed? And I'm not asking for like answers that are like, like, I mean, if you have like a more uplifting or optimistic answer, good. But if it's like pessimistic or like very unhappy answer, that's fine too, right? There's some stuff that gets you up in the morning that is like not exactly like the happiest stuff, but it does, and I just wanted to see kind of responses I might get. So I have a feeling what kind. I know what kind I would have given, especially like in my 20s. It would have been like, in my case, if you would have asked me like what gets you up in the morning when I was in my 20s, I'd probably say something like because I want to. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to get myself in that headspace in my 20s. It's hard because it's changed quite a bit. Probably something along the lines of like the fear of all the suffering I'll endure because I won't just I'll end up like rotting instead of like, because I don't have the balls to like do a backflip or something like that. Like it'll just be like, I'll end up like homeless and like, I don't know, die some slow, horrible, death of like, I don't know, with a disease or infection or something. Because like I don't have the balls to unalive, but, and I don't mean that in a positive way, like somebody goes, oh, you got the balls. No, I mean like just in general. But at the same time, like I wouldn't have the energy to like take care of myself. So then I was like, I don't know, get some blood infection or something. Just fear of living without water, electric, and groceries. It's pretty low expectations around here. Yeah. Yeah, I probably would have responded to something like that in my 20s. I'm afraid to take the exit survey. Nowadays I answer that quite differently. Obviously, nowadays it's I have, and I mean my early 20s, by the way, because once my first kid rolled up, then I had some like, okay, this isn't just about me now, like at all. And then it was like a sense of responsibility and stuff. And then as my first kid got older, the connection kind of grew stronger. Then it was like, wow, okay, now I got that. Like, you know, it's still hard as shit to get up in the morning, but you know that I brought it was more than just responsibility. It was like, I know you guys are gonna gag, but it's like this love type feeling, which I think that was like probably the second person, my wife the first, and my first kid the second person that I ever like had a strong enough connection that I would actually call it like love. And then my second kid rolls up, and then I started seeing more of like, okay, this is the future of my decision making, not just my kids' future, but the kind of people they're gonna become. And if I check out and just become worthless, then it's gonna fuck up their lives, and then they're gonna fuck up someone else's life. You know what I mean? And then I'm just like, yeah, that's not okay, and that's not the kind of lesson I want to leave behind for them, because I love them. Nowadays, I got even more reasons. I got, besides the kids and the wife, I have reasons that are just like exclusively mine, right? Which is, I really care about this work. I really care about this schizoid stuff and all that. I really care about helping the homies. It's actually starting to feel, in the last like year and a half, feel like rewarding, like really rewarding. So that's what gets me up now. I'm glad for it. So but any case, let's see here. Laverne 44, I don't want to be homeless. Yeah. There's a lot of that. I think for it's like, I don't want to be homeless, but I also don't want to like eat pavement. So I guess I just gotta get up and do shit, right? Let me see here. But I know there's some Zoids out there who don't feel that way. Like they're kind of more ambitious because they have like a plan. Like I've met Zoids that are like, you know, I make sure I get to work and I do well, and it's like, what motivates you? Oh, because one day I'll have enough money to like buy my own island, or one day I'll have enough money so that I could like, you know, like basically check out from the world and just like live in some cabin or something. Yeah, my last roommate chose to check out a few months ago. Glad to hear you're sharing your motivation. Oh man, King Normie, that's rough, man. Yeah, well, if you're a Zoid, you're probably handling it okay, but careful. I tell schizoids this, like, careful when something like really traumatic or crazy happens around your life. Even if you're a schizoid, you might just be like pretty ambivalent, or just like, that's the way of the world, you know, like that kind of feeling. And I absolutely empathize with that, but just be careful those things don't sneak up on you, because like you might be cool, and then like 6 months later or a year later, like the thought will come back to you, and then like, I don't know, it'll add to a stack, and it might fuck with your head pretty bad. So care. I mean, sometimes it could take 5 years or longer, I don't know, but it usually comes back, it like resurfaces, because it's like pretty heavy shit. But in any case, unless you barely knew the guy, or maybe it doesn't, whatever. But then again, in my case, it would be less about the amount of time I knew somebody, and more like the kind of person they were, and the reasons they checked out. That would like fuck with my head like a lot worse. Once it crept up on me over time. But yeah, hope you're doing all right, King Army. Let me see here. All right, so that's kind of my explanation of why I wake up in the morning. And like I said, I don't expect you guys to provide me like uplifting, you know. No, it's whatever you're thinking. Be as whatever cynical or pessimistic as possible if that's what you're feeling. Or you're not feeling much, then just try to scrape some shit off your shoe to throw on the submission. So let me read the answers to the question of, essentially, just to sum it up, it's like what will get you going, what motivates you to continue your day, when you can just lay there and just let all your responsibilities and everything just collapse. Though we'll have our moments, and that kind of stuff does happen. I want to see here. Sorry for the cough. I don't know why I'm apologizing for that. Let me see here. There we go. Okay. And we got it here. Okay. First submission. Dear Angst. Probably weed. I can't think of anything else. Maybe go out to the roof to sunbathe and read. Well, there you go. Hey, you know, a little bit of weed and sunbathing, reading a book. I mean, there are much worse things to be what do you call it? Motivated by. Like if you would say like, oh, the only thing that gets me up in the morning is like heroin. It's like, oh man, oof, that's not good. You know, but some weed and sunbathing, pretty wholesome, chill. Let's see here. Don, shit accumulates until the dam cracks, then comes the flood. Take care of yourself, man. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. That dam, some dams hold up, man. They'll hold up for years, and then just the right pebble, hit the wrong crack on the wall, poof. Yeah, end up fucking having some like temporary psychosis or some shit. So here, Melee, I think I'm only motivated to get up in the morning if I'm left alone. Yeah. I saw a meme, I think, was it here? I don't know if it was on the server, but I saw a meme that said like what it's like when no one bothers you the whole morning. Like and it's just like somebody like it's like all this music. Yeah, that's pretty great. Like when nothing bad happens, like everything's fucking chill for at least the morning. Oh man, I can handle the rest of the day a lot better. But damn, like when you wake up to just shit. Oh man, that sucks. That's like not fun. You wake up to like, oh, you know, get up. Your kid's puking. They're sick or something. I think we need to take him to the doctor. Like I'm not selfish and be like, oh fuck. No. I'm saying like, man, that day's shot to shit. Cause it's like too much adrenaline. Well, not even adrenaline, just too much like, oh what? Oh shit. You know, just too like intense. I do not like an intense morning. I just want to ease into my existence every morning. If I know the obligations or someone's expectations for the day, I just don't want to exist and keep sleeping forever. Oh. Nah. Yeah, I know. I know how that feels. It's not a good feeling when you feel like you're under the thumb of something or another that you absolutely don't give two flying fucks about. I'm cool with obligations and expectations for the day if it's for like people I give a shit about, like my wife and kids and stuff. Like if it's something like that, then yeah, that stuff's fine. Or it's like a friend or something, and it's not really an expectation. It's just like bare minimum. It's like, oh, you said you would take care of this. Okay. I did. Let me see here. Weed and essentially what is the next episode of life. I'm between jobs, but I've been enjoying the in-between time. Yeah, it can be pretty cool, the in-between time. I've had a few in-between times, job-wise and all that. It can be pretty chill. I was working at school and kids are stressful. I worked there for a couple of years, but I'm looking forward to a post office job. By the way, in regards to the kids, man, I don't know if it's like some biological shit or what, but legit, unless like you have some other problem, legit, when it's your kid, it's like a different ballpark. Yeah, like as far as like the annoyance level, it's like your tolerance for the annoyance of children, it's very much increased when it's your kid. Like I can't, it's just how we're built, man. Like it's just like, oh, my child's crying. It worries me depending on the context, especially if I don't know why they're crying. It worries me and it concerns me, and it hurts more to hear than it annoys me, right? Someone else's kid being a little shit, just crying, and just crying or something, like, yeah, like my brain still goes, fuck, take care of him, please, take care of your child. But then I remember, I'm like, yeah, I know those moments when you can't. It's just a pain in the ass. I recently realized the big reason is because I feel like someone having obligations or expectations over me feels like ownership. I don't want to be owned. I understand the feeling, but I disagree with that, like they own you, because I mean, like I get how that feels, but realistically, yeah, they definitely don't own you or anything, but I could see how the feeling would creep up in there. It's just the autonomy thing, It's all about that autonomy shit for the schizoids, man. It's always autonomy. Parents, caretakers, bosses, and therapists, doctors feel like ownership. I don't know, LMAO. Yeah. I get it, but like it's like, for me, in my opinion, that feeling is kind of one of those things that ends up kind of making it a PD. Because some of that stuff is just not, like, it's an overemphasis of certain aspects of your existence that like blow up shit. Like, it's like being phobic to having to give away any of your autonomy to anything. So basically what I'm saying is that like human beings have to give up small parts of their autonomy for sure. Anything beyond that should be a choice that's made by the person, right? But there are some things that like if you have like bloodlust and you want to murder, you have to give that part of your autonomy up. or they're gonna take it from you from force. But anyway, it was too personal a job. Special needs preschoolers are demanding. I can't do a job. That's rough. Need something more impersonal. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay, let's go to the next submission here. All right. What gets this person up in the morning? Dear Angst, my nuts. I mean, maybe they're really itchy or really swollen for some reason that might wake you up from the pain. If you go a little deeper, maybe like you're talking about like your testosterone or something is part of the reason. Your manly urge to fight the day. I don't know. But yeah, apparently they're nuts. Their nuts gets them up in the morning. Unless they wake up to like getting kicked in the nuts or hitting the nuts. I don't I don't know. Okay. What wakes up this person in the morning or gets them going? Dear Anks, being a NEET, there's not much meaning to the phrase moving on with my day. But when I do have an obligation to perform, the fact that I was asked is enough no matter how much I don't want to. It feels like being puppeted even before I say okay. The cause isn't any motivating desire or emotion, Even if these are present, it's just that expectations form the natural geodesic. I don't know that word. I fall through. Geodesic. Can somebody define that one for me? Geodesic. I fall through. Only escapable through a radical burst of will. Yeah, I mean, like that feeling of like being puppeteered by other people because of requests or obligations they place upon you that you don't care about. I only really feel that when it's like just like I feel that when it's like someone I have no connection to whatsoever, and or someone, an institution. Like when an institution's no stuff is like being held over me, it's like, you know, yeah, you know, stuff like that. Certain like just stupid like regulations or laws that are just like what, that are like being imposed on me. Yeah, that'll be like, oh god, that's so autonomy stripping. but yeah, like I said, there's a handful of people where that's just not the case. The geodesic curve is a curve that represents the shortest path between 2 points on a surface of the Riemannian manifold. Okay, it's a generalization of the idea of a straight line. Oh, got it. The more you know. Okay, let me see here. Dear Angst, I just put on some instrumental music, stuff by Staff Circ, never heard of. We'll look up, and put math in front of me. If I'm that unmotivated, I won't have the motivation to reach for something else and start reading / doing the math. Pretty based. Just fucking, if you put a motherfucking math problem in front of me right when I wake up, I'm gonna fucking punch you in the face. You put a math problem in front of me in the morning, I'll be like, the fuck you say to me? You know, no, I am not a math guy. Geodesics are like the monkey bars dome at the playground. Oh, that's pretty cool. Wonder why they chose that word. Now I'm gonna go back and read it later. But must be a math person. Must be another math person. Yeah, the fucking nerds are coming out. Infonoids duck. Nerds. Did you know that geodesic domes are neat? Just fucking. Hey, they're still going. Hey, you guys talk. Take your math elsewhere. Get your goddamn math off my chat. Banned. Yeah, I've never been a math kid. I respect it. I respect the shit out of mathematics. God damn. Anybody who's really good at math, like anyone that's like an engineer or anyone that just does any work where you're doing just math all day, like whether it's teaching it or you're practicing it for like actually like engineering purposes or something. Hats off. Big respect. Cause man, I just no. And it's funny because it's not like, oh, I can't understand it. No, I can understand it. Like if it's not a problem of me learning how to do it and doing it. Like I just hate it. I don't enjoy it at all. It's like I'd rather be like washing dishes. I do not like it. I sit there and I'll solve a problem, no reward. I'll solve like some whatever, nothing. I'm just like, Okay. No thanks. Read a good book with cool ideas. Hell yeah. Hell, I've read good books about math and liked them. But they're about math. They're not me doing math. Like, I've read like some short history books on like various like mathematicians and stuff. And I'm like, wow, these guys are interesting as fuck. But yeah, I ain't about that life. Let's see here. Next one. I only got 2 left. Can you believe that? Next one. Dear Angst. Deadlines. That's it. Deadlines. Yeah. I'm reading into it more. Deadlines, right? I feel like when I read deadlines, it's just like everything's a fucking deadline. Right? Feels like so much of life are deadlines. It's like after this line, you're dead. Let me see here. Don't know how to not have someone ownership over me. Feel like I either have to do whatever they demand or of me or disconnect myself completely. It doesn't feel like there's an in-between option. And if I'm not careful, I end up feeling that way even toward friends. Yeah. See, that's why it's those are like, in my opinion, those are the personality disorder portions of the schizoid stuff. Shit like that. Like not being able to do an in-between or struggling with it or like all that kind of stuff. Those are the things that are like, you know, ultimately might like backfire hard, just make you feel like shit all the time. Or just be all conflicted. It's like, nah, that's the kind of stuff that needs to be worked on. Because God knows I've made some decisions in my past because of stuff just like that. Every day there's something that is required of me, but that's okay. If the keel's over. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind stuff that's required of me, especially if it's interesting, challenging. But I don't know. It just depends. I have to like line it up with my own ambitions, my own ideas of what it is I'm trying to do and want to do. Right, like my job right now. I like my job, not because like, oh, it's like I love it. I'm so rewarded by my work. No, nothing. I don't feel anything about the work I do. I don't like, you know, if I do good that day, I'm just like done, and that's it. But this is the first job I've ever had where I don't hate it. So that to me is like a win. I have a job where I don't hate it. Now, if I wanted a job I loved or really liked, earlier I said I love my job. No, that's a really bad choice of words. It would be like doing this and doing stuff behind the scenes and getting more people to do interviews. Speaking of which, all right, I already interviewed one Zoid, and I'm gonna wait till I interview probably like 3 or 4 before I even put out any of them. Then I'll put one out a week, I think. Yeah, did the first one recently. It was very interesting, very good stuff. And the whole point of me doing these like schizoid quests that I want to start redoing again is because it's the source, man. Like I still want to do interviews with like psychs and stuff like that. I'm still trying to get, but they're so hard to get hold of. And then I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like I got an entire like sample of Zoids in my server and that listen. I'm like, all I gotta do is say, hey man, are you interested in whether super anonymously, semi-anonymously, or whatever, answer some questions about your existence a bit. And yeah, there's people that are down. And it's like, I'm spending like all this time trying to network, trying to get all these other people, and I still want to, but I need to just stick to the source for a little bit. and get some content out there, because that's the kind of stuff that's going to make a lot of schizoids feel like connected or related to something. It's not going to be, you know, videos on like psych stuff. Even though I'm really interested, and I know some of you are really interested. By the way, watch the last one I did with Melissa Chappell regarding like neurodivergency in academia. Yes, that's a good one. Very good one. Yeah, as you well know, and I've discussed it before, there's a very high correlation between people that have these strong schizoid defenses and traits, or just kind of have the PD and neurodivergence. A lot of them tend to have like other stuff going on that makes them feel extra alienated, extra confused, and extra just find society and the people around them like socializing unrewarding and such. Oh, you liked it, Duck? Cool. Oh, give me your money. No, I think Duck already gives me money. I'm just kidding, Duck. Let's see here. Emulate seems like everyone's special. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm glad you liked it. But yeah, it was a pretty cool talk. Melissa is awesome. Very cool person. They've struggled with a couple things here and there, and but they're chugging along, fighting the good fight for her fellow autists and neurodivergent within academia. So that's good. See some Zoids in there. Show them what the Zoids can do. They have nothing to lose. Show them what we can do. Born to die. Okay. All right. Okay, last one here. Fuck, my throat. So absolutely wrecked. Let me just to pray to La Santa Muerte. Please, La Santa Muerte, heal my throat. All right. I don't actually pray to. I just find I thought this candle was really cool. And then it has like the prayers, las oraciones in Spanish of La Santa Muerte. Find it interesting. I don't like what it's turned into. Santa Muerte was always a cool thing, but I don't like that. Like a lot of like narco kind of shit. Like they tattoo it and they're like, it's like, nah. Santa Muerte isn't about like condoning or celebrating death or killing or anything. It's stupid. Yeah, it's an entirely different thing. A lot more peaceful. One would imagine. Let me see here. All right, last one. Dear Angst, I have been slack answering your questions. How dare you? How dare you? When it comes to motivation, it's difficult for me to be motivated for anything unless I become hyper fixated on something. Otherwise, in order for me to stop procrastinating, the task needs to be something that I have to do, such as going to work. My dog can also motivate me to get out and touch grass. As while I can easily neglect my mental and physical health, I am determined my dog remains happy and healthy. She is a high energy breed, so it requires a lot of exercise and stimulation. So I take her on big adventures. Boom, that's a good word of advice. All right, Zoids. Any Zoids out there, animal lovers, you can have a dog. Get a high octane dog. It wants to like run and play and just have a good fucking time. Get that kind of dog, because then you'll have to take them on walks. You'll have to go places. You'll have to do shit for their sake, right? Unless you're a piece of shit. And I don't know. I just think it's funny, the idea of like this kind of like melancholic, ambivalent sort of drifting through life schizoid, just like going to the park with their dog, and their dog's like just yapping, just having fun, and you're just like, yeah, I love my dog. They're the light of my life. That's funny. I like that thought. It's kind of cool. Kind of wholesome. It's like, fuck people. But this little shit right here. See this little shit right here? I'll kill for it. Can throw, man. Alright, let's see here. I think friends will work out for me as long as it's long distance. I honestly can't imagine myself ever being comfortable with someone who has access to me in real life. I'm gonna go to your house, Melee. Me and Melee are buds. I'm gonna go to their house. I'm gonna live in your. I'm gonna live in your, like. Is there crawl space? I'm gonna live in your crawl space and like occasionally knock. Just watching. I'll be in there. Every time you're playing Baldur's Gate 3, you'll hear somebody, like, when you do something cool, you'll hear like a yes. You're like, what the fuck was that? The friends I talk to the most often for the longest are my Discord friends. We all live in different states. Same. As long as you pay rent. What if, like, if I slip some, like, of your dirty finish money under, like, it appears under your carpet, and it just, like, has, every time it's a little bloody tissue that says from Angst. That'd be fine, as long as there's little bloody tissues left behind that say from Angst. I live in your walls. I'll do that. Sick. That'd be cool. Dude, I wish I could teleport, because if I could teleport, I would be like teleporting into people's crawl spaces. And just like living in their walls for like a few hours. So I could literally tell people I live in your walls, and then actually go there and live in their walls. See, my Discord friends will come for me if I don't pop up, which is nice. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's funny, like me and Melee are buds, online buds, and one thing that makes me laugh is that, like, hey Melee, how many times have we told each other, hey, we should probably hang out. We should hang out soon. You're like, yeah, that'd be cool, we should do that. We've been doing that for how long? Like 3 months? 3 or 4 months or some shit. It's been a while, right? It's funny as shit. Do you know how long? I know it's a few months. And it'll be like, hey, you cool? Yeah. Should watch a movie or something. Yeah, sounds cool. One of these days. A few months at the very least. That's why Melee stays friends with me, right, Melee? Because I don't bug the shit out of you for not hanging out with me for a few months. Our Discord was supposed to have a meetup, but money really is the reason. Money. I always, a long time ago, I think in like the first year of the server's life, I was joking around with whoever was around at the time, and we were joking around about how, like, what would a schizoid convention look like? Like if there was like a con, schizoid con, and like what would that even look like? And it would, like, we were just like theorizing on like how can that, like, what would you have to even do? And it would probably be like if they had to be there in person, right? One, just getting them. It's running on the theory that you can actually get them to go there. But if you can get them to go there, free nooses, kidding. Then they would be like little like cubicles or something, in which like the computers are connected to each other, like a LAN network, and then there would be like a chat, and then like a little camera, and so then you would still be like on Discord talking to the people at the con, but it would be but like it would still be a step, right? Because it would be like, oh my god, they're actually in the same building as me. Oh shit, X is the same building as me. Fuck. Even though you're like in separated rooms. I just checked. Seems like the last time we had a call was in June. Based. That's based, Melee. Hey, Melee, will we lose Zoid points if we hang out too much? Is that what happens? We're gonna get our Zoid card revoked. That's funny. No, I'd already get mine revoked. Shit. I'm always on the server, just chilling there. I chill with whatever Zoid rolls up. I don't give a fuck. It's the internet. I don't feel weird. It's funny. There's been times where I hit up, you know, I'm like, hey, you down to watch something? And they're like, nah, I'm playing Elden Ring. I love it. It's so fucking funny, dude. What was I saying? Oh man, I lost track of my thoughts. Just I was thinking about the con, yeah. So the separate rooms, and then like what else could there be? What would be at the how do you even have activities or events? no one's seen each other in person. Oh, you know what it would be? It would be a VR. It would be a VR con, but you have to actually be in the building in the LAN network of PCs. So like it's still a VR con, but like you're in the building. You know that person you're having a chat with is somewhere else having a chat in that building with you. You guys are just facing opposite directions, having a conversation in front of each other in VR. That's pretty funny. I hung out with a person IRL recently. It's my good friend from elementary school, and he's like very social and gets me out of the house. Yeah, I used to like have like people like that in my life where they were just like way more like they wanted to do stuff. They invite me to like a party or something, and it was kind of like me trying to be like, oh, okay, this is gotta, I can't, and it was bad for my mental health. It was funny. I had a lot of like people, like pals or whatever you would want to call them, that I wasn't really connected to. I wasn't really invested emotionally in my connection. And what I would like is like it would be like, oh, come over and play, you know, a fighting game or something, and we play that fighting game for like 4 or 5 hours or something crazy. And then as soon as like the gaming is over and they're like, oh hey, let's go get some snacks, and I'm like, let's go to this other person's house and chill, see what they're up to, and shit like that. I was like, fuck. And that was but that was mostly before you had like a lot of online matchmaking and stuff. That made that easy. Online gameplay made a lot of stuff easy. I could play with my friends and never see them in real life. But I've gotten to the point though where like a lot of my schizoid adapts are like a lot very overcome, and so like I wouldn't mind meeting someone in person. It's just it would take some effort, but I could do it. I think I could do it, but it definitely takes some effort. I'd just be like, because like when you're with someone in real life, you're like, I can't, but I want to talk to them and play my current horror indie game. But you can do that still, right? That'd be cool. 2 Zoids hanging out in real life. They just be like on their like Steam Decks, sitting next to each other occasionally, like, or just talking about some unrelated subject while they're on their Steam Decks on a bench. And both of them are just like, yeah, I saw that the other day. Yeah. And they're like talking to each other. It'd be like talking to each other in VC, but like in real life with like a book or a Steam Deck. Oh yeah, for sure. Like there's a lot of stuff that I'm cool, like I want to go to, but then like the implication of having to stay there a lot longer. Like I like conventions because I like seeing other people like enjoy something that I think is good or important to enjoy. I'm okay with that. It's pretty cool. I like that part. I like the shopping part is fun. Just walking around, looking at stuff, finding out about stuff that you only saw online, but then to see it in person, like the object, the thing, is pretty cool. That can be pretty rad. But yeah, but like, or just going to like, like one thing I did like was going to like the little viewing rooms. They usually be really dark, and they'd be playing like big screen. They'd be playing some the newest episodes, or they'd be playing like some, you know, some new thing, usually, or old shit, right? But when it was new shit, it was really fun because then you would hear like the people in the room. It's like darkened, but they're like hyping, dude. They're just like, you just hear an occasional "fuck yeah," like, and I'm just like, yeah, it's funny. Like I'm not doing that, but I'm like, that's amusing. Like I feel that inside. Like I feel the "fuck yeah" inside. I'm like, this is fucking cool. But you know, it's funny to hear that one person. It's like can't help themselves. Shaking and shit, watching their favorite shonen. NBC in the same room, hell yeah. Hey, if schizoids could teleport, do you think they would see, like, do you think they would see people they're cool with more often? Because then it'd be like, you could just like disconnect like a VC. I think they might be more down. Like, imagine if I could just like teleport into like one of my online buds' homes and be like, yo, check this out. I got some cool books. And then be like, yeah, check out these tunes. And then like, once I get enough of the music or something, be like, I gotta eat a donut. And just disappear. The only bad part would be like, if people like pop in when you don't want anybody to pop in. But it wouldn't be that bad with Zoid friends, because if I were to like pop in to another Zoid bud's house and they're like, yo, I don't want company, I'd be like, oh, I just leave. I'd be like, and I'd just go back to doing whatever the fuck it is I felt like doing. Yeah, I mean, that's basically the gist of it. Sounds like my lucid dreams. There you go. Just teleport in and out. Though with I feel like with Melee, I would have to like there would be like one of those what do you call them? Like, you know, those like things where there's like a door and then you have to like knock a certain amount of times, and then like a little slot would open up at the bottom and like, and then I would push in like the manga or comic book, and then it would just go, and I'd be like, okay, bye, Melee. That sounds funny as shit. Little, you know, the little slot, like in the movies where there's the prisons where, you know, they'll push like the dinner, the food, the jail food under. And if you want to give me some Melee, it just comes out of the hole. It's like, and then you just pushes out, and then just be like, cool. Thanks, I wanted to try this finished food. Thank you for baking. Funny as shit, man. One of these days, I just roll flashbang in there. April Fools! April Fools flashbang. Just all blinded, you're like, ah. Damn, I get cookies. Well, you'd have to be keto cookies, though. I mean, like, damn, sick. I'll get like little jail cookies, but they have to be keto, so you got to use almond flour. Gotta use almond flour to make it. Just me fucking around, Shadow. Killing time. Read some of the reasons people wake up. I'm feeling good. Like, if you haven't, I don't know if anybody's been watching how my streams have been going the last couple, and man, it's just fucking, it's rough. But getting off that Qelbree medication, woo. God damn. Yeah, but yeah, it would. Yeah, you got me. Hell yeah, keto cookies under that jail slot. What am I paying you with? Am I paying you in like spiders? Like, what am I paying? Here's a bag of spiders for your tarantulas. Well, not spiders, sorry, crickets. Here's a bag of roaches. just a bag of fucking roaches. For all the tarantulas or whatever the fuck your tarantulas eat. What was I gonna say? Oh, Manic? No, it's not a Manic episode. It's all good. This tastes great. Nah, I won't lie to you. I'll be like, this tastes like shit, me. Like, try harder. Next time, I don't want these cookies tasting like shit. I'm gonna fucking throw a grenade in there. I'm gonna dox you. These cookies better be good next time. No, it's not. It's literally like I've been feeling a lot more decent for like the last 2 days ever since I got off the Qelbree. Oh my god! Once I got out of my system, I was taking that shit every morning. Oof. Yeah, it's better. Look, I'm still a depressed fuck, but I'm cool just being depressed, occasionally anhedonic, occasionally the evolution. But the ADHD takes care of some of that, so that's good. Disappointed with most things in life. I'm okay with that existence. I'm just not okay with like not being able to remotely enjoy at all like my interests. That's really bad for me, and feeling like anxious and pissed off. Like, no, fuck jittery anxiety, dude. I can't deal with that shit. I did this shit for years. Can't do it anymore. I'd rather be what do they call it, perpetually oh my god, what's the word to describe low grade, like consistent low grade depression? Oh my god, I forgot the word. Look what Qelbree took from me. Damn medication. No, damn, I can't think of the word. What was the word? It describes me pretty well. It's that plus some sardonic humor. Dysthymia. There we go. Yeah. I'm cool with the dysthymia life. I've been doing the dysthymic life for a while, and I'm okay with it. The chillness. Kind of. Occasionally, it dips into severe depressions, but there you go. Thank you. Everyone caught up. Occasionally, it dips into severe depressions, but it's been a lot less recently. And it started happening again with that fucking Qelbree. Oh, yeah, I can't. Yeah, but I'm occasionally gonna have my episodes of like the big stuff, but I usually keep it. The old Zoid defenses keep the ship in shape. Sorry, that was disgusting, but I had a burp. But yeah. Those are like some of the good things about some of the skill set that you learn as a schizoid is like, when you can just use some of your kind of dissociation from your feelings like strategically, so you don't get overwhelmed and you can take care of shit. Like sometimes it's good to be able to do that. That's for sure. But to have power over it, use it like a true power. You are born Ubermensch. But yeah. Let's see here. Well, no one jumped on, so that's fine. I covered the submissions. I told you guys about the upcoming Schizoid quests, which like I said, I want to record 4 before I start putting them out. I already did 1. They're gonna be cool because it'll be Zoids from different walks of life. Um, they all just coincidentally come from the same part of the country, in the same city or something. They're all the same. They all look the same somehow. No. That would be weird. Um, some of them will be like with camera on, some of them will not be. It just basically I kind of just cater to like their particular sensibilities. So respecting the boundaries. I'm just happy they're even coming up and offering their time at all. So I'm grateful for that. Uh okay. In any case, thanks a lot, guys. If you like the channel, if you like the streams, if you like any of that stuff, please Patreon. Patreon is like the best way to donate, support. That or direct PayPal, but Patreon, because I don't monetize my channel anymore. I don't monetize. I stopped doing Twitch because it's just nobody's going there to watch this except for like 3 people. You know, especially once I started doing both, and yeah. So I don't monetize like my channel stuff. So if you want to help out, so that I can convince my wife why spending time doing this every week is worthwhile. I'm kidding, but I'm kidding, but yeah, it helps. Plus, it pays for like other stuff, like me trying to build up this nonprofit type thing. Because goddamn, they charge you quarterly for. Ugh. So the chunk of money that some of you send, or those bits add up at the end of the month, and then I can use that to like pay for these like filing fees and fucking filing company to make sure that I whatever it is I can keep the name. But yeah, I already sent. Ooh, cool news. Fucking charge up the ass, but um, I already sent the thing for trying to get the NPO to the NPO's name, by the way, is Streamlining Cognitive Partnerships. It's gonna be separate from like my Anks stuff. It's gonna be more like, you know, like like more serious. Um, and it's gonna be focusing on. I want it to be focusing on like schizoid and neurodivergent related stuff that are connected to schizoid things, and research and helping out zoids and therapy, whatever fuck I can figure out to do with big chunks of money that can really help out this whole kind of trying to help the essentially the friends. Was it the friends of the what's the Idol of Lucy? The friends of the friendless. Yeah, I remember that shit's funny. Um, but yeah. Anyway, so appreciate it, guys. As usual, when day is dark, always remember happy day. What should I play this out with? I don't know. Maybe I won't. Let's see.
stop screaming. Here's the thing about Spirit Halloween. They got skeletons. I had a dream about Spirit Halloween. They called me up and said they need a new theme song. $1,000 for 100 retweets. I said okay. They said sweet, so this is the theme for Spirit Halloween. They got ghouls and new locations on every single street, saving the global economy. In my dream about Spirit Halloween, I had to specify the terms of my payment. Was it $1,000 for each 100 retweets? She said yep. I said sweet. My Venmo is at Nicholas Dash, let's go dash one. Before she hung up, she said she was a skeleton. Official theme for Spirit Halloween, guaranteed to give you a thrill. Hail to the Queen, this is Spirit Halloween, haunting the buildings of every business Jeff Bezos killed. Jeff Bezos murdered Barnes and Noble. Jeff Bezos murdered Sears. Jeff Bezos murdered Toys R Us, but